Assalamu alaikum. Suma mbokki Gambian si man la seen xarit Flex Dan, activist nekk here based in the UK. This issue is very important issue. Now I've been seeing this coming. The issue being the term, the years, the coalition agreement that the current president would run for 3 years instead of 5. Unfortunately, I think a few weeks ago, the foreign minister, it.An, came out to say that he was willing to take it to court for anybody who wants to insist that that agreement is observed and honored. Now, I just wanted to highlight a few things. I think there are some lines which we should be very careful. This video is going to be very short message and very simple message. We need to be very careful to some of the things which we are saying, especially our political leaders. Saying that the president is not going to honor an agreement is a very disappointing. And if that is how a foreign minister is saying such things, then I will be surprised if his office, they are having agreements and they are not honoring it. I will be surprised. So you see, we should be very careful. That's a very gross, sad statement for such an honorable man like that to say. I must be very clear about that. It is a very sad statement. Now, I want to highlight a few things. I know that the parliamentary elections are coming up and we're seeing what's going on. Yeah, the impasse that took a long time before the candidates could finally finalize whether they're going as coalition or they're going as under a party, and there's this whole confusion. So announcements haven't been made earlier because of all this confusion, which is a shame. But I want to highlight this important issue. The party, which is called UDP, the symbol of that party is 2 hands shaking, symbolizing agreement, symbolizing diplomacy, symbolizing gentleman agreement, people who honor agreements, people who honor something. Now, this is not what it.An is showing us. If it.An can turn around and tell us that they don't know this, the president doesn't necessarily have to adhere to that 3 year. Can you imagine? This is an embarrassment. My message is very clear. All UDP party militants or whoever you may be, go and make sure you familiarize yourself with what your party policies and documentations are. Look at your party symbol, which says that agreement, the 2 hands shaking hands. Those 2 hands shaking, it symbolizes something. That is the symbol of your party. Let UDP militants be people who honor agreements. People who, when they shake hands, they deliver on what they promise to do. I am going to hold them up to that. So please share this video. This is just about agreement. This is just about diplomacy. It's about ethics. If the highest office of the land can be allowed to not honor what they've said, promised, we are in big trouble. We are in big trouble. So please, not attacking anybody, but I must highlight these things. This is a national issue. And these are very serious issues which eventually we should take up. And honestly, if anybody in their right mind can come and tell us that they think that the president, Adama Barrow, shouldn't honor the 3 years, they better be very careful. We should take them to court. Gambians should be ready to do that. Take them to court. Yes, all the parties, every single one, take them to court, because that will not be allowed in the new Gambia. We are not going to allow it. So I just had to say these things. Agreement. Look at your party symbol, UDP. 2 hands shaking. You are people who should acknowledge your agreements. This is what your party symbol shows. Now be true to your party symbol. Be true to your values and make those values known to people. What is your mission? What is your vision? We need to know. Please. So I wanted to highlight these things. Be honorable people. Respect your agreements. Adhere to your agreements. Failure to do so, Gambians will rise up against you and they will take you to court. And I am sure that will happen. This is a new Gambia. It's not the old Gambia. We're not going to go back to that. And I must say this finally. Solo Sandeng died for electoral reforms and not to bring one person into any position. I don't believe that at all. Then the go for electoral reforms, Gambia opposition for electoral reforms, 12 points were there. Let us sort our house in order. Just going around and pushing any electoral reforms in there. When already there were 12 go for Gambia opposition for electoral reforms, 12 demands tabled already. Come on. What's this chaos and lack of, discipline? You already have electoral reforms. All you have to do is table it again. 12 points. Please, let us put our hands in order. Going around and just cherry-picking agreements to entrench yourself? No. No. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm very sure I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this. But that gentleman agreement must be acknowledged. It must be respected. Your party symbol, be true to it. Find out what your vision, if you don't know, and you are a party militant, go and find out what is your mission and vision and make sure that you know what your party should be doing. Find out what their rules are. When your party leaders are not adhering to their rules and regulations, call them out. Shame every single one of them. So I just had to say this. I was keeping this for a long while. I thought I have to just push this out there. So thank you very much for listening. Please share. Thank you.